I meant to mention this the other day. Another thing that I remembered about stand up comedy and getting legitimate gigs or paid gigs for income is that you need to be certified. That I just remembered. But also, one of the biggest moneymakers in stand up comedy is um, understatements because there's usually a certain amount of bounty hunting in the security with the understatements. So STDs used to be number 5 in money making. The reason why is somebody worth a lot of money that you probably will never see in person, that you probably won't meet, whose name you won't know, is actually a person who wants to pay you to see if you can lure out or narrow down the thing that is the problem that is ruining their life. So it doesn't make a stand up comedian a bounty hunter or a snitch by any means, but overreaction and inability to cope emotionally or socially with the things going on in your community or city or neighborhood can be money making if you look at the big picture. The hope again is that there are no gang outbursts or riots or spreeing of any kind, that you actually do limit and reduce things that are negative or harmful eventually. So you have to think that way if you ever want to be a stand-up comedian on a stage. So STDs are number 5. So this is an example. These are always problems in the city I live in because people are really irresponsible and they don't honor or respect somebody's desire to be abstinent or chaste, meaning not having a sexual relationship of any kind, or on purpose saving themselves for later. Although they might talk about it, they don't really follow through with that. So, like herpes, you can't just say it's just a rash everyone has. That's an example, you know. What else? I'm having a hard time thinking of other things, but it is. Or like worms, not that big of a deal. Everyone has them. Not true. That is not true. I can tell you after working in the hospitality industry that they go way out of their way to not have things like worms. So you take minimizing basically. You take one thing that's an obvious problem you know you don't want, whether you know a lot about it or only a little, you just know you don't want it, or that there could be a cure, but people are stopping you from having the freedom of actually acquiring a cure or using it appropriately. It's like if you have herpes and you get the cure, it doesn't mean start effing right now. You can both do it now on your meds. It means don't do it. Anyway, so that's just one example of the city I live in. But if you think of that, you may be able to find a business liaison or somebody with a similar line of thinking or a similar goal to make what could be considered a hobby potentially money making. It doesn't mean that everyone that tries that is going to, but you have to be able to be okay with the idea of a business relationship like that, a bigger picture, or you're not quite there yet for a professional stage.